No more raiding.
Quite a march. Very peaceful. Keep it that way. They tried to infiltrate us. Back in the 70s, J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI, had a program called COINTELPRO. For those who aren't old enough to know, what he did was insert people into the movement. Those people made decisions that made the movements look bad.
No more raiding.
And they fell apart. That's what happened back in the day. It's happening today. Anybody who thinks that they're not out there against you, that the power interests don't have their people out there working against you and what you're doing, then you're too naive.
We're not naive.
Okay, don't be, because they're going to do everything they can to destroy you.
We got our eye on the one.
No. And there are more of us. We need to work together even more and pull out more and more people. A lot of you did a lot of statistics today. There's a couple of little kids here, 8, 9 years old. 100 years ago, they'd be in the factories right now. This is a Saturday. We'd all be working. We wouldn't have time to come out here. And what happened is the labor movement happened. It grew. It fostered. It went out. It fought for workers' rights. And then 1929 happened. Things fell apart, and a people's movement was born. AFL-CIO and people throughout this country went and stopped foreclosures, started working against the money interest, and they put regulations on them. And then we had a guy come to us in the 1970s and early 80s to try to convince us that we needed to get more trickle-down economy, that if we gave the rich people more money, they'd improve this economy. That has not happened. It wasn't true in 1980. It wasn't true in 1990. It wasn't true in 2000. It's not true in 2011. It trickle down means trickle on us. We've got to fight that. And that's the way that this system works. We've got to put the regulations back on the banks, put the regulations back on Wall Street, and we have to make them pay their fair share. And if we don't do that, these 7, 8, 9-year-olds you see walking around with us today, they're going to be back in the factories. If we don't stand up to the special interests, this is what's going to happen.
Why don't the unions buy the corporations and manage them?
Over the years, labor and everybody, all the movements lost their way. It's time for them to find it. It's time for all of us to start working together. Some more statistics for you. You people are really good with all of this. 278 of the largest firms in the United States paid little or no taxes this year. 278. And then they want to know why there's no money to pay for storm cleanups in our highways and everything. Because these people aren't paying. It's not just Bank of America, it's all of them. They've got to be stopped, and you need to continue your movement, bring more people in. You all have friends and family, you got to start educating them. That's what you have to do.
We started a couple.
Middle class. Since 1980, our wages, our earnings, and our ability to a standard of living has fallen, while the rich has increased 200 and almost 80%. 280%. Those in the middle class have only increased about 40%, but the cost of living has gone up about 60 to 80. So more and more middle class are being pushed back into the lower class and can't afford to put bread on the table, pay for their rents. This is what's happening because the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. So we need to fight. We need to stand up. I'm proud to be with you here today. Let's get this movement growing. Let's get more people here. This should have been thousands. It was great. Fantastic start. Let's not stop today with one march. Let's keep it going. Thank you. Power to the people.
All right, again here. Let's hear it for Wayne Gilbert.